Okay, so one of the important things about I that you're going to want to understand is the powers of I. And basically, you need to understand that I is equal to the square root of -1. So what happens is if I want I squared, that's the same as the square root of -1 squared. Well, if I do a square root squared, the square root and the squared cancel each other and you just get -1. So if you have I squared, it equals -1. So that's, I would say memorize that, but really you don't need to memorize it. You just have to understand how to get from here to this one. But you do need to know it, like in your heart right away, every time. I squared equals -1. Now you also need to know what happens when you do I cubed. Well, I cubed is the same as I squared times I. A minute ago, we just discovered that I squared is the same as -1. So I've got -1 times I. Well, in this particular case, I don't want to write the 1. I don't need to write it, so I'll just say it's -I. So, here's what you need to know. I to the third is the same as -I. All right, let's look at I to the fourth. I to the fourth, there's a couple different ways to do this, but I'll just consider I to the fourth as I squared times I squared. I squared, we said, was -1. So -1 times -1 equals +1. So basically what this means is for every 4 power, it just equals 1. In the next video, I'm going to show you how that's used. But these 4, really we just write I. We're not going to write that it's the square root of -1, but you need to know that. But what you need to know this cycle. To the power of 1, to the power of 2, to the power of 3, to the power of 4. You need to know those.